So the state understands that neither party is requesting DNA. So they both agreed to move forward on that. Um, state understands the parties do agree as to joint management conservatorship with Miss Morgan as having the right to establish where the child lives, with no geographic restriction. And Your Honor, I guess now would be the best time. There's the complicating factor is that the state understands that Mr. Green is currently living in a rehab facility. Um,
All right,
I
Mr.
think
Green, you got a lot of background noise coming in there, sir. Something is coming in that's disturbing the court at this point. Where are you located, sir?
Are you from? I'm sorry. I'm sitting at a McDonald's, sir.
Okay, see if you get a spot where we don't hear everybody else speaking. Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to disturb the court.
That's okay. That's okay. You need to just make sure you keep your bars, and we'll wait a moment while you try to get away from the people talking behind you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, sir.
All right.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. All right. You may proceed, Mr. Welch.
Thank you, Your Honor. So yes, like I said, state understands that everyone agrees Mr. Green is currently living at a rehabilitation facility. And so as for visitation, they agree that they would be supervised uh, due to the issues of addiction to alcohol and seeking treatment in the program. They don't, as to how that's structured, I think they'll defer to you on that, Your Honor. Um, and the state understands that neither is asking for non-disclosure. And then that the main contested issues are the current support and the retroactive support. I think the state understands that state and Mr. Green agree, that he makes $1,475 per hour, 40 hours per week at Highland Springs in Dallas. The state has calculated guideline child support and medical support based off of that. Current child support of $445 per month starting August 1st, 2025. State understands that neither parent has access to private health or dental insurance. So state would ask the court to order cash medical of $115 per month starting August 1st, 2025. State understands that Mr. Green is in opposition to the guideline amount. And then state also understands that that the state and Miss Morgan are requesting retroactive child support for a time period of essentially 4 years from today, July 1st, 2021 to July 1st, 2025. That total would be $10,272. And that includes two things, Your Honor. It includes a credit of $1,000 that Mr. Green has given to Miss Morgan, that Miss Morgan agrees that he has done. And that is also based off of purely minimum wage from back then to today. Although the current support, like I said, is based off of this $1,475 an hour. And the state recommends a payment of $101 per month. And that would start just like all the others, August 1st, 2025. State understands that Mr. Green is in opposition to that, primarily because at one point, Miss Morgan was living at his mother's house, I believe. State does not believe that that's relevant because it's not support by him. And the state would also ask the court to apportion court costs. And I think that's it, Your Honor.
All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and let the state call you both as witnesses, and we'll get some testimony, and we'll take this one under advisement and get it done. Mr. Green, there's a major problem here, sir. The state is asking me to order you to pay child support based on what your earnings have been at your current position. That's the norm, sir. If you're asking me to do something different, you have to meet the legal burden, sir, of number one, why I should do it, and number two, why is that in your child's best interest that I do so? The state's also asking for retroactive child support, which under Texas law, the state and the mother have the absolute right to ask for, and they have the absolute right to ask for a minimum for the prior 48 months. In fact, it's technically the 48 months before you actually signed your waiver, but they're looking at making it start from the last day of last month instead of making it go all the way back to the first day of March. So under Texas law, child support is due for the child for a minimum of 4 years, and like I say, it can go back even further. The law is, sir, that anyone that has a sexual relationship in the state of Texas knows that that what happens when you have that a child could result, and that you're financially responsible. We'll give you credit for any monies that you gave mother directly. I don't give credit for anything else that's given unless it's a major item. I've actually had people buy the other side cars and bedroom suits and pay for their rent for months upon end. Yeah, that gets you a credit dollar for dollar. But the items I don't do because that's just child support is technically monies that are due to the custodial party to do what he or she feels is best for them at that time, not what the non-custodial party will give them. So. But again, I'll let you tell the court that information as necessary. And sir, the state's correct that living with your parent, even if your parent gave the mom money, cash money, at your well, technically that's her giving it, and that's her. And if she's staying with them, then it doesn't count. If y'all were together living there, then that may be a circumstance, but I'll let y'all give me that testimony. But if y'all weren't together and y'all weren't providing for the child together at that time, then the court has the absolute right, like I say, to do that 4 years and do it at that amount. And again, sir, I know you're not a lawyer, but you're representing yourself, and you held to that standard of showing the court why, number one, again, why the court should order that, and number two, why it's in your best interest of the child, the best interest of the child that I do so. That's the two-pronged test that I have to do in all these cases. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and let the state call you both as witnesses. I'll let you tell the court your side of the story, but I'll let the state get testimony from both of y'all, and then we'll take it from there, and I'll make the appropriate ruling based on the current circumstances and the information provided to the court. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and let the state call you both as witnesses. At the end of the hearing, if either of you wish to tell the court something that didn't come out in your general testimony, I'll allow you to do so because you're technically your own legal rep. But again, folks, I got to hold you to the standard of that as if you went to Texas Tech or Baylor Law, and that you know what the Texas rules of civil procedure are, what the Texas Family Code says, so forth and so on. So anyway, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and swear you both in and let the state call as witnesses, and we'll get it on the record what everybody wants to have done today. So at this time, Ms. Morgan and Mr. Green, unmute yourselves and raise your right hands, please.
Can you see my right hand?
I can see you. I can see you, sir. You're fine. I'm waiting for Ms. Morgan. Ms. Morgan, can you unmute yourself?
Press *6 to unmute, ma'am, if you're on a phone.
If you can, I gotta hear you. I don't have to see you.
Okay, can you hear me? My hand is up.
All right then. Do both of you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you're gonna give this court today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're both under oath, and I'll allow the state to call you both as witnesses. You can put your hands down, and you can turn off your video, sir, if it helps with the connection. I'll let the state call you as witnesses, and we'll proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Ciara Morgan. What is your full name?
Ciara Dion Morgan.
What is the full name of the child in this case?
It's Rakib, Rakqeb, Elohim Green.
And so when was the child born?
The child was born 2010.
What month and day then?
I'm sorry, April 21st, 2010.
And so how old is the child then?
He just turned 15.
All right. So that we're focused only on the contested issues. So regarding all the stuff I said in my opening statement regarding, agreement for joint managed conservatorship, and you with the right to establish where the child lives with no jurisdiction, do you agree to that?
Yes, that primarily until he gets his his stuff together. Yes, sir.
What do you mean by self together?
Well, I wanted to make sure that we both are in agreement because I know that he wants to spend time with his son as well. Um, so right now, because of the circumstances, he cannot live with him but I wanted it to be fair because we both decided to come to the court to help us come up with a solution. So, yes, sir.
And so you meant by he, you mean Mr. Green then?
Yes, Mr. Green.
All right. And so, do you agree to a current child support amount of $445 per month starting August 1st, 2025?
That's fine, long as that is within his means. Where he can.
Ma'am, I'm just asking if it's fine to you. We're going to get to Mr. Green.
Oh, yes, sir.
And so, what health insurance do you have for the child?
Right now he's on Medicaid.
And do you have access to private health insurance for the child?
No, not anything other than the Medicaid that you get from the food
Got it,
stamp.
ma'am. Got it, ma'am. And yeah, I just want to make sure we get this done fairly quickly. So do you have access to private dental insurance for the child?
No, that comes through the Medicaid.
Got it, ma'am. Got it. So are you okay with cash medical of $115 per month starting August 1st, 2025?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when did you and Mr. Green no longer live with each other?
We stopped living in the trailer. I moved in with his mom at 21. Hold on one second.
Best estimate, ma'am. Best as you can remember.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Has it been longer than 4 years, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, that works, Your Honor, I think. So between July 1st, 2021 and today, how much cash or expensive goods did Mr. Green give you for the benefit of the child?
When I calculate, it was about 1,000 and some change. When I looked at the payments that he's made, he
All
did
right.
he did 2 or 3.
That's fine, ma'am. That's fine. All right. So do you agree to a retroactive child support judgment total of $10,272?
Yes, if it's over time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
For the last 4 years, ma'am.
Yes, that's fine.
And ma'am, do you agree that for a repayment of that, a monthly repayment of $101 per month starting August 1st, 2025?
That's fine. Yes, sir.
And do you understand that that's all based off of that retroactive support is all based off of minimum wage?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you have any safety concerns with Mr. Green?
No safety concerns. I know that he's getting himself together, and we're going to see how that plays out.
All right. And so are you asking for non-disclosure?
Can you expound on non-disclosure, please?
Your Honor, may I briefly explain?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah. I knew that was coming. So yeah, because that's a legal term, and she's a lawyer. So go ahead and explain, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Ms. Morgan, so in a typical order, it has things like your address, phone number, email, things like that, but that's what the law requires. But the court can, in certain circumstances, in its discretion, redact that. primarily due to issues of maybe harassment or something else like that that would result in the information being in there. So is that something you want, or are you fine with the information being in there?
I'm fine with it, long as we have an agreement that we'll continue to be respectful co-parents.
Uh,
Okay.
When's the last time Mr. Green has visited with the child?
Last year, last summer, he went to hang out with his grandmother, and they had a few visits there. So I guess last year.
So how frequent in general has Mr. Green, visited with the child?
I did have him see him off and on before he got into the program. We would try to get together, but sometimes it was okay and sometimes it wasn't. But he did his best to try to be available, but he was still looking for a stable place at that time, so it wasn't as
I
frequent.
got it, ma'am. Got it, ma'am. Do you have anything else you'd like to tell the court?
That his father is really doing his best to be there for his son, and I just want the judge to know that if he did have consistent money, he would have paid. So whatever program that he may have to help him, I would appreciate that, because he really wants to be there for his son. But I know that right now he's going through some things, and he's getting support, which I'm grateful for.
All right, and I guess one last thing I forgot to ask. What city do you live in, ma'am?
I stay in Nolanville, Texas.
All right. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. We'll be back in just a moment, and I'll let the state call the father, and let's get some data from him. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Devarus Green. What is your full name, sir? You're muted. Are you having tech issues? Mr. Green, you could try to turn off your video, and then unmute yourself. That might help.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. My name is Devarus Green.
All right. And so, are you the father of the child in this case?
Proudly, yes.
Sir, are you sure? I mean, this is your time, sir. If you have doubts, this is your time to say it.
I 100% claim Rakib Elohim Green.
All right.
No dispute.
Got it, sir. So to make sure we're focused on what the contested issues in this case are, do you, as to what I said as y'all's agreements, the joint managed consortium with Miss Morgan as having work to establish where the child lives, with no jurisdiction, are you in agreement with that?
Yes, I'm in 100% agreement with his mother.
All right. And so, do you have any safety? Do you have any safety?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Do you have any safety concerns with Miss Morgan?
No, not at all.
And so, are you asking for non-disclosure?
There's no need for it.
All right. So now focusing on the contested issues. How many children outside of this case do you have, sir?
None.
All right. And do you agree that you make $14.75 an hour, 40 hours per week at Highland Springs in Dallas?
Yes, I am a dishwasher, sir. At
All right.
at the current moment. Yes.
All right, sir. Um,
At one
you
point, I was
got
I
it, sir.
was
Got it. Got it. Got it, sir.
well,
So
I was trying to give you a little bit of background on me, but
Okay, sir, it's not necessary. We don't, yeah, this is a court. Once
okay,
you answer the question, that's complete. If the state wants to go further into the question, he will. If not, he'll move on to the next item. Thank you.
understood, sir.
and
Thank you,
so
sir.
I just want to make sure, are you in agreement or disagreement with the $445 per month for current child support based off of what you just told me you were making starting August 1st, 2025?
No, I'm not in disagreement of that court order.
So, all right, just to make sure on the record, you are in agreement with that then.
Yes, I am in agreement with that.
All right. And so, do you have access to private health insurance for the child?
I can add him on my insurance. My job provides that.
How much does it cost?
I have to complete the first 30 days, sir.
All right. And same thing with dental?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so,
All right, sir, here's the deal. Let me go ahead and do this. Here's the deal, sir. Since you're not eligible at this point where and the child's already on Medicaid, we don't want to upset the system and, the doctors get everything set up, that's fine. And the state's going to ask me to order you to reimburse Medicaid at $100 and some change a month, which is probably cheaper than anything your employer is going to offer you. But if you wish to go ahead and add your child to your health insurance package, you can go ahead and do so anytime you're eligible, and then make sure mom gets a copy of the card, and then bring that information into the Attorney General's office or get it to the Attorney General's office so they can stop the payment. Because right now the payment is not going to mom; it's going to the state for reimbursement of the state's Medicaid. Understood?
Understood, sir.
But the odds are, sir, you're not going to get a better deal than $110, $118 a month. Okay, but that's left up to you how you want to try to handle that. Since it's not going to mom for reimbursement based on her employment. All right.
If you don't mind me, Judge, can I ask a question?
What's your question, sir?
If I wanted to send more than that,
But not for health insurance, sir. You don't send more than that. The state's only going to order a certain amount. By law, they're capped at 9%. Okay, so that's what that's based on. Okay, so but if you want to send anything else extra for child support, you'll get credit for it. But so long as it's through the state's disbursement unit. Okay.
okay, that's all I wanted to know because I was going to be sending more than that.
All right, so you can do that, sir. But for right now, you got to send at least the minimum. All right, the state may
Yes, sir.
proceed to the next question, sir. Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor. And so, sir, you are thus in agreement with the $115 for cash medical starting August 1st, 2025?
Understood, sir.
All right, sir. So, is it accurate what Miss Morgan said that y'all two had separated after 4 years, sometime after 4 years ago?
Give or take, yes, sir.
All right. And so she says that you had given her about $1,000 in cash or expensive goods for the benefit of the child. Is that accurate?
What I would personally say, sir, is I would say that I contributed more, but I don't have any receipts to back my claim. And I can't add anything that my family has done, as the judge has already stated. So at this time, I would say as what she says is okay. I'm not trying to make a battle out of this thing. Everything that I'm doing is for the best instant.
Got it, sir. Got it. We're good. We're good, sir. Like I said, we don't have an unlimited amount of time. So thus, are you in agreement with retroactive child support judgment of $10,272?
I'll do whatever it takes.
That would be total, sir. You wouldn't pay that every month.
I'll do whatever it takes for my son.
Okay. All right, sir. Under the law, again, I'm supposed to look at the last 4 years. If you didn't have a steady job at a certain amount, I'm supposed to base your last 4 years on minimum wage, being able to work 40 hours a week at minimum wage, and give you credit for the 1,000 that mom's giving you credit for, and then I'm supposed to order a monthly payment amount against that 10,000 to reduce it. Texas has judgment interest at 6%. So what I do is make it $50 on top of the 6%. And if it's 10,000, the interest is $60 a month, and that's usually 110. But on this case, I would probably look at just making it 100 even, because you're going to be paying this after the child's emancipated anyway, because the child's already 15 years old, and you only got 3 more years, and it's going to take longer than that to pay this thing off. So you'll catch up with it after about a year or so after the child's over the age of 18 and graduated from high school. So again, that's a lot of extra information, but you understand that's what the court's looking at doing as being part of what the law requires me to do, sir.
Overstood, sir.
Okay.
All
You
right.
may proceed, Mr. Welch.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I think moving on to the last issue, visitation. So Mr. Green, so when is the last time you've met with the child?
The last time I saw my son's face was in San Antonio of last year. I would say August or September of 2024.
All right. So do you have access to a automobile?
Not at this moment, sir.
All right.
Where do you live, sir? What city?
I live in the city of Dallas, sir, and I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm living in a sober living home.
All right. And how long are you going to be at that home, sir?
Until I'm approved. They're going to be helping me to get me into my own establishment. I'm working the program, sir.
All right. And once you finish the program, are you going to remain out? So you're going to be in
Your Honor, I don't know if it's just me, but at least your audio is kind of fading out or.
All right, sir. You're going to be after you graduate the program. You're going to be living in Dallas, or you're going to be living somewhere else?
Yes. I'm going to continue to stay in Dallas. I'm going to be getting an efficiency here in Dallas, and my plan is to have an extra spare bedroom for my son 4 times he may come to visit. I would like, if there is an option to have a joint custody or some type of visitation, you know.
So we have there's a visitation package, but I'm trying to get the data and the fact that right now you're working that program. It's an in-house program, correct, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
And how much longer is the program going to last?
I should be completing this program, sir, by the end of the year.
Okay. I was thinking about making this a temporary order and coming back once we get something more settled toward what we can do for visitation. But you know, we'll see. I'll let the state complete this line of questioning, sir. And sir, and where's your family? Is your family in Dallas? Or are they in San Antonio? Where are they?
My family is currently in San Antonio. I'm in Dallas by myself, sir.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Welch.
Thank you, Your Honor. Pass the witness, Your Honor. I don't have any more questions.
All right, then. Anything on redirect to the mom?
No, Your Honor.
All right, folks. This was not that hard, but the hard part is I'm gonna have to try to deal with is the access and visitation. I don't recall, ma'am. Again, he hasn't had any visitation since last year, and the norm is somebody who lives more than 100 miles away, Dallas County. Under normal circumstances, he would get 1 weekend a month, some time in the summer, every spring break, holidays, things like that. But right now, obviously, that's not appropriate because of his circumstances, because he doesn't have a place for the child to live. I normally do also go ahead and allow his, I usually set up electronic visits on a date and time certain, but obviously y'all could agree to something different based on everybody's schedule. So, and like I say, he's getting ready, he's 15 going on 35, so he already knows what he's about, so I know how that works. But the bottom line is, and again, sir, a lot has to do with your son's schedule. He's got some input into this too. At the point when once they reach 16, the court's really flexible because they get jobs, they got sports, they got school, they got a lot of things that they deal with. They got girlfriends that they don't want to go away for the weekend from, that sort of thing. So I let them have some input too. And normally, like I said, I would like to make this a final order, but I got this big question mark on what dad is going to be able to do at the end of his time frame working the program he is in Dallas and what his setup is going to be. I don't mind going ahead and making this a temporary order and coming back after the first of the year and finding out and getting an update on dad. It's not something I prefer to do, but based on these circumstances, I may be really looking at that. So with that in mind, ma'am, do you have any input for your visitation other than electronic visits and the court setting up something for at the first of the year to come back in and get an update on dad and the child's and yours and the child's circumstance?
Yes, that's fine. And right now, I don't have a vehicle. My vehicle is in the shop.
Okay.
Um,
Well, so ma'am, the norm is that dad's responsible for pickup and drop off at your residence for visitation. All right, that's what the law requires. So it's up to him to come in from Dallas. You may have heard my early morning speech about people having to drive. While people don't do weekend visits because if he had to drive down I-35 on Fridays and Sundays, yeah, that's an 8-hour round trip any day of the week. 8 hours.
If I were to, I'm sorry, Judge, if you might allow me to speak, sir, please.
All right, make it quick, sir.
If I were to provide the transportation, like so far as like a bus ticket in advance.
Okay, so
And
where
got the
okay.
okay from the
So
mother.
are you talking about after the first of the year, after you complete the program, or while you're still in the program?
Well, of course I got to complete the program because I have to have my certificate and I'm gonna submit that to the court that I completed the program.
Okay.
But
So-
I'm
okay,
just
sir,
working in
even
conjunction with the mother.
I don't let if the child was an adult, yeah, obviously it wouldn't be need visitation, but I don't put children on buses, sir. No, sir. It's got to be either you or your designated agent will have to pick the child up at mom's residence and drop the child at mom's residence. It cannot be a
Understood,
bus
yeah.
ticket. Technically, I guess it could be Uber, but you might as well go ahead and rent a car and drive down yourself if you're gonna do that.
It's quite a distance, Judge. You're right.
All right. So again, sir, we don't let minors out on buses. Things go wrong, and I don't want to be on the 6 o'clock news. Okay.
Understood, Judge.
Yeah. All right then. So, but again, I'm looking at doing. I got court dates already set up in January. I'm looking at going ahead and y'all can agree to anything you want. If mom wants to drive up there with him, because believe me, he'll start getting in mom's ear. And y'all meet somewhere in Dallas or something along those lines. That's left up to her. But the norm is until anybody that's in a program, a halfway house, anything like that, I reserve everything until we come back and get an update when that person's out and has their own place to live and has their own transportation and can pick up and drop the child off in accordance with what the law requires. And I'm looking at probably resetting this matter all the way into January because I think I do have some dates already set up in January that I can do that for. But again, in the interim, if y'all want to agree to something, like you get a day off, you want to meet at Six Flags or something like that with mom, then yeah, 15 might be a little low for Six Flags. 12 is not 15 is but again, y'all can come to an agreement, sir. But for an agreement, you're probably just looking at the FaceTime and the electronic visits until we come back in January.
So until such time, Judge, if you don't mind my asking, sir, until January, there is no mandated, I guess, time for me and my
physical
son to get
visitation,
together.
sir.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
like for holidays, like Thanksgiving.
no, sir,
and
not until
Christmas
you
and stuff.
can pick the child up and drop the child off, sir.
Oh,
All visitation is, the order says the pickup for at the beginning of visitation is at mom's residence, and the drop off at the end of visitation is at the mother's residence. And you can use a designated agent to do that. But right now, sir, I'm going to require you got to have a home to put the child into. You can't have the child at a facility. All right.
I understand, Judge.
All right. All right then. Is there anything else at this time, sir?
So starting August,
And starting, I'm looking at starting regular child support. Starting the first day of August. I'm looking at granting the judgment for retro and order repayment starting the first day of August. I'm ordering mom to maintain health insurance going forward. I'm looking at setting up electronic visits with the child and you on. I usually use 6 p.m. on Sundays for that. And I'm not how y'all been doing electronic visits? Y'all been using the phone? Y'all using an app or anything in particular? Ms.
May I
Morgan?
speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, he did give him a phone, but the phone is off right now. I prefer him to have his own communication with him because I don't want to be stuck at work or anything and he can't communicate with him. So
Well, see, ma'am, yeah, they can communicate anytime. And what you said, the cell phone that the father provided is no longer working.
right, it's no longer working. My son can use the laptop to Zoom, but I won't always be because of my work schedule or
You work on Sundays?
Hmm?
You work on Sundays?
No, I don't work on Sundays, but I'm sometime out at the store or I'm just not always available and I don't want to come in between that.
Okay, well, ma'am, my norm is I'll tell you to work your schedule around 6 p.m. on Sundays. That's my norm.
Okay.
And since there's not another device other than yours, I'll let Dad do that one. But again, every Sunday at 6 p.m. And let him. And of course, they want to talk, he gets another device, say from my grandparents, where he can talk to Dad. So be it. But for right now, I'll just order 6 p.m. on Sunday, and for 30 minutes, up to 30 minutes. Again, you got to keep the 15-year-old entertained long enough. But as soon as he's ready to go, believe me, it's over. So
Well, we'll do the Zoom. Dad, is that okay? Zoom?
yeah, y'all can use any electronic means you wish, man.
I'm okay with that. I mean, if I were to just provide him a whole phone service,
That would be helpful.
and I'm not even looking at that to come out of the child support. If I
Oh,
just
you
did
can't,
that
sir.
on my own.
Yes, sir. You have to do that on your own. If you provide that, then obviously that's your phone, and you and the child can do what you want to.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because that was one of the things I wanted to bring up, Judge. I want to.
But I can't order that, sir, and I can't facilitate you setting it up. Okay.
Okay, understood.
All right, but for right now, I'm ordering the first Sundays of the month, and if he gets an electronic device, then we'll just go with the electronic device after that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. Let me look at my January dockets. Okay, that's the wrong way, Michael. All right, let's get a second weekend.
The only one I see, Your Honor, that we have anything on it is January 6th. Looks like there's one case on there.
All right, that's the first Tuesday docket after the first of the year. All right, so that's the one I'm looking at. That's probably the only one I got that month so far. I don't see anything else. So, folks, I'm looking at a reset for a final order on January the 6th. Hopefully by then, sir, you will have completed the program. You got a place to live, and we can deal with this. If it looks like we need a little bit more time after that, we can get that done also. But for right now, I'm gonna have the state do this. Everything is a temporary order. And as requested, joint manager can serve. Mom has the right to decide domicile, rights unrestricted. Visitation for the time being will be at 6 p.m. on Sunday, electronically on any manner that the parties agree to. Once the father provides the child with his own electronic device, then they can visit anytime they want to. And mom, and that Sunday thing is off. I'll go ahead and order guideline child support based on last job on current job. Starting the first day of August, I'm going to reduce the judgment, the retroactive child support based on minimum wage for 4 years in order repayment as requested by the state. I am also going to go ahead and reset this matter to January the 6th at 9 a.m. to get an update on the father's completing his program and make sure he's out of rehab and to be able to get opportunity to get his own place and set up some type of normal visitation with the child after that. But we'll get that report in January on the information, and I'll have the state remind me of all that because I
Yes,
won't
sir.
remember most of that by then, but I'll have the docket to fall back on. So at this time, Mr. Welch, with that on the record, is there anything else that this court needs to specifically rule on? And then I'll ask the parties if do they have any other questions at this point?
Just a few things, Your Honor. The 115 for cash medical starting August 1st as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, cash medical, and I don't remember asking for any dental.
No, Your Honor. No, it's just the cash medical for her to apply through the government.
Right. Yeah, she's got Medicaid already, so I'm going to order cash medical as requested at the 115.
And then as the parties agreed, no non-disclosure.
Agreed. Yes, sir. No non-disclosure.
And then the 6 p.m. it's every Sunday, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
And then final thing, I think. So yeah, all the physical in-person visits are reserved until further order of court.
Yes, sir. They can agree on anything. If the grandparents are coming up to San Antonio, going to Dallas, or mom's going to Dallas, that's one, that they can agree to something. But other than that, until we get to a final order and I can get an order that's solely dependent on mom, dad, and the child being the only factors that are all, in common, that this will be the temporary order, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I think that's it, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Sorry for going dark on you guys, but obviously I'm having internet trouble too. So, and I don't want to switch. I didn't want to switch over to one of my alternates. So I'll start
Thank
with
you.
you, sir. Mr. Green, any questions, sir?
No, sir. Any questions, Sierra? Anything you want to add?
She's next. Miss Morgan.
I'm sorry, sir. I mean, because we decided we was gonna do this thing together. So
All right.
I'm just standing with her.
All right, then. Miss Morgan, any questions, ma'am?
No, sir. Thank you. If I have any questions later on, I remembered someone saying they would give me a phone number or email or something. I can ask that.
Ma'am, I'll give you the customer service email. Like I said, we can't give you advice because we're not your lawyers, but if you have a question about something, you can email our customer service.
Judge, I do have one final question. Before we, I guess, let the thing go. Is this a payment that I'm going to be making to her directly, or is this something that I have to
no, sir. You got to pay it through the state disbursement unit. The address will be in the paperwork that you'll receive, sir, with the temporary order in there is exact. You can go, the AG has a website. You can go on the website and make the payment if it's not coming directly out of your paycheck. And the state's going to send out a wage withholding order to your employer eventually. Once you see it coming out of your paycheck, don't worry about it any longer. But until then, sir, you have to make the payment. You can do it online. You can mail it in. You can go to any Walmart or CVS pharmacy and go up to the Western Union counter and say, I want to make a MoneyGram child support payment. And you can do it that way. But yeah, there's all kinds of ways to make it, but you have to make it through the state disbursement unit in San Antonio.
Understood, sir.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Welch, at this time?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Do you need the parties back in breakout, or are they free to go?
I think back in breakout, Your Honor.
All right, the state's gonna put you back in the breakout room, and they'll possibly try to get you to the order before y'all get out of here, so y'all can see everything. And I'll see everybody in January. All right, everybody. I was telling everybody else have a happy 4th of July, but I'll tell you folks have a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas too. Okay.
All right. Thank
Enjoy
you
the rest
so
of
much.
the year, sir.
All right, see you then at the first of the year. Thank you. We're off the record.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Green, Miss Morgan, I'm going to move you all to breakout rooms just like before.
All right.
Okay.
Number 13.
All right, what are we back on this one for, Mr. Welch?
Yes, Your Honor. So the state miscalculated the current child support. It shouldn't have been 445, but 422.
Okay.
You
could have told me that.
Well, I wanted to make sure to get in front of you, Your Honor, since we had earlier had.
Well, I don't need further testimony on that. I'll go ahead and put it in the file that the original amount was wrong, and 422 will be ordered to start the first day of August. Okay, not a problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then as also court costs, Your Honor.
We'll reserve that.
Oh yes, this is a temporary. Yeah. All right, got it, Your Honor. Thank you. That's it.
No problem. I'll go ahead and make the note. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Green, Miss Morgan, I'm basically done with the order, so I'm going to put you in a breakout room. You're going to get it to DocuSign. Once you two sign, you're on your way.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your audio's breaking up, sir, but let me put you in a room and we can talk once I get this done. All right.
I just want to be able to connect with Zero and make sure that we have a connection.
Sir, you're going to be in separate breakout rooms.
Can I connect with Sierra?
No, sir. Like I said, we're almost done with this. What you do after
Her
court is your own.
contact information will be in the court in the order, correct, Mr. Bremer? I mean, Mr. Welch?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, so you can contact her through the information that's in the order, sir.
Okay, understood, Judge. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Just don't abuse it, sir, because otherwise at the end of the next hearing, that could be taken away.
No,
All right.
sir. I'm not trying to do anything wrong. I'm done.
Okay. All right, then. Thank you,
At
sir.
this point, I'm done.
All right. Thank you. All right, you can move him back in. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. I've just sent you the breakout room request, sir, and then for you, ma'am, just now as well.
All right, who's up next, please?
Your Honor, I do want a final order today. I would like the temporary order to be a final order. And I realize that the court did not rule on possession or access at the temporary order, but hopefully there's more information regarding that issue before the court today. The temporary orders set gross monthly resources at minimum wage and reasonable cost at $113. It set child support at $360 per month beginning April the 1st, 2025. That his net resources are $1,267, and the guideline percentage is 30% because there are 3 children in the case. The retroactive total I calculated at $15,952 for 48 months based off of minimum wage from North Carolina. And I guess North Carolina has the same minimum wage as Texas, but a state income tax of 4.5%. The judgment as of date today. And I calculated $129 per month repayment on the retroactive and cash medical at $56 according to the temporary orders. And no dental and no retroactive medical or dental, Your Honor.
All right, then, and what is the state's understanding of what the party's requesting here, doing here today, based on what you're requesting? What's in agreement and what's in contest, please?
I'm pretty sure that those are all in contest, Your Honor.
I'm not going to have a fully contested case at 4:30 in the afternoon, Ms. Betzler. All right.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, that should have been brought to me earlier. I know you're new at this, and and obviously, you know, it's 30 minutes. I got to do this and whatever's left for the next 30 minutes. So what else? I got a temporary order where she's managing conservator, so the court made some type of finding that makes that necessary, that he's possessory conservator. Child support and everything is set up on that. So what else is at issue here besides the conservatorship at issue? Is the visitation at issue? What else is at issue, ma'am?
I believe it is the visitation that is at issue, Your Honor, because there was no visitation set at all. They were made possessory and sole managing conservator, but that was it. There was no like times or first, third, and fifth or any of that, Your Honor.
All right, just a second. I'm off the record for a second. Let me just reread the docket sheet, see what we did last time. Thank you. For just a moment, thank you. We're off the record for now. All right, let's go on back on the record and all right, then the court does find that the court did at the previous hearing did set up sole managing conservatorship, made a date possessory. There was testimony about possible drug convictions, and there was no one here to testify. He wasn't here to testify, tell the court anything different. And based on those circumstances, the court did set up the fact that he's out of state, set up electronic visits only, and made mom sole and dad possessory. And Linda's telling me there wasn't a request for non-disclosure. But this time, Ms. Betzel, what is mom requesting? What's dad requesting? Thank you.
I believe that mom is okay with guideline child support and minimum wage. And I'm not sure if Dad is okay with that, but I believe that he has an understanding that it should be set at minimum wage. But Dad does want to see the kids, and Mom has some safety concerns regarding that.
All right, let's go ahead and get some testimony from Mom and then some Dad, and I'll see whether or not I'm gonna give the babies a lawyer today and set this for reset this matter until the lawyer has a chance to complete an investigation. But I will need to get testimony about any and all criminal convictions, whether or not there are any criminal matters pending. Obviously, if there's anything pending on either side, we won't go into that because of self-incrimination. But I will need to know, get a little more background on what's going on as far as any type of convictions, where those were, what they were for, and based on that information, I'll see whether or not I'll appoint Ed Lightem to do a proper investigation into those allegations. So at this time, Mr. Milton and Ms. James, I need you for both unmute yourself, turn on your videos, and raise your right hands, please. All right, do you both solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give this court today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're both officially on the oath. I'm gonna let the state call you both as witnesses. Let's get some background information. Let's see what we have. And I'll see whether or not I think it's appropriate to appoint the children a lawyer at this point. But this time I'm going to let the state call you as witnesses. At the end of the hearing, there's anything either you think I need to know that didn't come out in your general testimony, I'll allow you to do so long as it's pertinent to what we're doing here today as far as an order is concerned. And I'll go ahead and let the state call you both as witnesses, and we'll try to figure this one out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Time, Ms. Bexler, you can call your first witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The state calls Lexi James.
Okay.
Miss James?
Yes.
State your full name for the record, ma'am.
Lexi James.
All right, thank you. You may proceed.
So do the 3 children in this case live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
How often does Mr. Milton see the kids?
About one time a year.
Has Mr. Milton made any cash payments to you for the support of the children?
Here and there.
Do you know approximately how much they were?
No, it's always different amounts.
Did y'all live together at any point?
Yes, whenever the children were younger, well, babies. So it's been more than 10 years.
When did y'all stop living together?
Let me see. Probably about third. I don't even know. Okay, let me see.
I think when you spoke earlier, said 2014.
Probably about 10. It's probably about 10, 11 years ago.
Okay, so 2014, does that sound right?
Yes, ma'am. The twins were still babies.
Do you have safety concerns regarding your children when they visit with Mr. Milton?
My apologies, someone's trying to call me. Yes, ma'am. It's just like I said, he's in and out of jail and his lifestyle isn't the greatest. So my concern would be if the kids go all the way to North Carolina, if something was to happen, who would the children be left with? And that's very far, so I don't know how I would be able to get to them as fast as I need to.
Were there any specific instances of violence between the 2 of you guys?
When we were together, yes, ma'am. It was a very domestic violence relationship.
Would you prefer that your visits or his visits be supervised?
Yes, ma'am. And I would, if I could, I would want that to happen. At least when the children are a little bit older.
Do you have any neutral third party that you trust that could supervise visits?
Yes, I have a big family, so if that's needed, I can definitely get somebody in my family.
When y'all were together, did Mr. Milton have a job?
Yes, he worked like at a fast food restaurant.
Do you know approximately how much he was making?
No, ma'am. But I'm pretty sure it was minimum wage. It was like Bojangles and stuff like that.
Do you have private health insurance available for the kids?
They get their insurance through the state of Texas.
Do you have private dental access for the kids?
No, ma'am.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, man. Where did y'all live together? What state, what county, do you recall?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay. All right, well, are you in the United States military at the time?
I'm a military brat, so my family, my stepdad was stationed down there.
You was at Fort Bragg?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, so was my dad. So yeah, okay. Got it. All right. All right. And ma'am, did y'all ever live together in Texas?
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
All right. And when's the last time you actually had physical visitation with the children?
It was last year, I believe. It was either in September or November. It was around one of the kids' birthdays.
And what was that circumstance and how did that take place?
He had came to my apartment and he had stayed a few days. It ended up resulting me having to kick him out of my apartment from basically disagreements and stuff like that.
And the apartment was located in what city, ma'am?
Temple, Texas.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Any other questions for this witness, Ms. Wexler?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. I'll be back to you in just a moment. Call your next witness, please.
I call J.L. Milton. Mr. Milton, can
ma'am.
you state your name?
Jael Milton.
J.L. Milton. Are you the biological father of these three kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, three other, do you have any other children? I'm sorry.
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Do you know if North Carolina has a state income tax?
Yes, ma'am.
Does 4.5% sound about right?
I'm not sure.
Have you lived in North Carolina for the past 4 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a job?
I do mechanic work,
How much do you make per month?
about 15 to 2,000, depending on the jobs.
Who do you work for?
I don't work for anybody at the moment. I do my own.
Do you have any specialized skills or licenses as far as employment goes?
No, ma'am.
Like, how much is your rent?
1,200.
What kind of home do you live in?
Just a regular home. The house.
How
Not
much
a
are your
car.
how much are your utilities?
They vary. The water bill's like $150. The light bill's around the same, maybe like 200.
How much is your cell phone?
$60.
How much are your groceries per month?
Maybe like $300.
All right, real quick, sir, have you filed income tax in the last 3 years?
No, sir.
Have you gotten a W-2 from any employer in the last 3 years, sir?
Yes.
All right, okay, so for the tax year of 2024, did you get a W-2?
No, sir.
For 23?
No, sir.
Did you get one for 2022, sir?
Yes.
All right, for those last 2 years, did you ever get a 1099?
Sir?
Did you ever get a 1099 from any employer for 24 or 23?
No, sir.
All right, sir. So you say you work for various companies or various entities. How are you paid?
I'm paid with either through cash or Cash App.
All right. So you never and these people you work for are individuals and not companies.
Yes, sir.
And what did you do for in 2024? What did you do for a living? What were you, a mechanic or are you something else? What was it?
I was doing mechanic work, but I was more of an apprentice.
All right. Thank you. All right. You may proceed with the witness. Thank you.
How many cash payments have you made to Miss James?
Over what period of time?
In the past 4 years?
maybe like 30, 40.
And through
When
what-
was the last time you saw the kids?
I'm sorry, through what apparatus did you make these payments, sir? Did you make that through Cash App also?
Sometimes, yes, sir.
All right. Any other Zelle, anything, like any other electronic transfers that you can get a record of, sir?
Yes, sir.
Who else? What other type of transfers?
Zelle, Chime, Cash App, maybe Apple Pay, Western Union, Walmart to Walmart.
Okay. All right, thank you. You may proceed.
Okay, just to be clear though, how much was the total payment that you made? Not how many payments.
The total payment that I've made over the last 3-4 years,
Mm-hmm.
Best estimate, sir.
Maybe like 3,000-4,000, or no, maybe like 5,000-6,000.
All
Okay,
right.
when was the last time you saw the kids?
In September of 2024,
How long did you visit?
for like a week, maybe like, it was not 2 weeks, it was like a week.
Any time before that, sir?
It might have been July of 2024, but if not, then it was November of 2023.
And how long was that visit?
About the same, maybe like 7-10 days between that.
And did you come to
Was-
Texas for that, sir, or was that in North Carolina?
I went to Texas.
Okay. And so have
Um,
the children been to North Carolina in the last 4 years?
No,
Okay, thank you.
Okay, in the last 4 years, were you ever incarcerated?
yes.
When? Can you
Um,
give me some months and years?
2024,
When in 2024?
like December.
The entire month, sir?
Sir?
The entire month?
No, no,
Okay. All right.
just like one day.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, were there any longer periods of incarceration prior
No.
to that?
No,
Do you have any criminal convictions?
yes.
For what?
Just mainly marijuana charges.
Any felony convictions?
Yes,
What?
I have a felony marijuana charge.
Okay.
What state, sir?
North Carolina,
What year, please?
like 2018, 2017.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any pending criminal cases?
Yes,
What?
just for the same stuff, marijuana.
Is
You
it a fit?
I'm sorry, you don't any type of current probation, sir?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so everything, all the other charges, the probation, if there was any, has have already been completed, correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you. You may proceed.
Was it a felony criminal case, marijuana case that was pending?
No,
So it's a misdemeanor?
yes,
All right, we won't go into detail on this one, sir. Do you have an attorney on that case?
yes,
All right, and is there a trial date set?
not yet.
All right, when did you get charged originally?
It's recently.
Last 30 days?
No, like December 2024.
All right, so and no trial date's been set yet, correct?
Correct.
All right then.
In the past 4 years, have you had a job?
Yes.
How much were you making at that job?
Like $16 an hour.
How long did you have that job?
Like 6-7 months.
And so the rest of the time you were making minimum, or you didn't have a job, correct?
The rest of the time after that,
Yes. Or before, in the past 4 years, you've only had a job one time for 6 to 7 months at 16 an hour. Is that
no, it's not correct.
okay? So what's correct?
I've had another job.
And how much were you making, and how many months were you working at that job?
I wasn't working at that one that long. I was at that one for like 3 months. But it was around the same.
16 per hour?
Yes, man.
And what was the time frame for that job, sir?
Time, like when was I working there?
Yes, sir. We already got the other one. When was the 3 month job time? The job.
It was in 2022.
Okay. And so it was 3 months on that job, and the other one again, Miss Bexler. Well, I lost my notes on that one.
I have 6 to 7 months at 16 per hour,
And then
and then also 3 months
all
at
right, so you
16
got
per
10
hour.
months, possibly up to 10 months. Got it. Thank you.
And
Ms. Dexter, you can start trying to wrap this one up. I got to appoint an ad item, and we got to wait till Mr. Milton completes his whatever the criminal matter is going to be. And until I get that done, I obviously can't make a final order because I don't know what his final circumstances are going to be and whether or not he's on any type of parole, probation. So, well, we're folks. I hate to drag this out, but I'm looking at making appointing an ad item to confer with his attorney and North Carolina, get some input back and try to figure out what we can do going forward based on what we're looking at. But I didn't know about that new pending charge, sir, but we got to deal with that one. So anyway, I'll let the state proceed with that that information in hand. Thank you.
yes, Your Honor, I just had 2 more questions. Mr. Milton, do you have private health insurance for the kids
No,
or private dental?
no, man.
That's all, Your Honor. Pass a witness.
All right, sir. When's the next time? Obviously, we got some transportation issues. You got to come a great distance to see your kids. Are you looking at being in Texas anytime in the next 6 months, sir?
I mean, I guess it all depends on what her situation is.
Are you allowed to travel? You're out on bail right now, correct, sir?
Yes,
And usually they don't let you leave the state while you're out on bail. Is that correct?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I can.
Okay, well. Anyway, like I say, I'm looking at
Ask my lawyer.
okay. Well, I'm looking at appointing a lawyer to represent the children, and and one of the things she will do is get in contact with your lawyer. You got to get what the information is, so we can she can make a recommendation going forward on what's in the best interest of her clients. Again, I'm going to appoint the lawyer to represent the children. Doesn't represent mom, doesn't represent dad, represents the kids, and she wants what's in their best interest, and she wants the child support amount to be correct. She, you know, she's the one in between. She has no dog in this hunt other than making sure the kids making sure the kids get all their rights under Texas law as far as being around both their parents and being supported by both their parents. Well, again, sometimes I need I can't talk to your lawyer. The state can talk to your lawyer, but I need to ad litem. I need someone else can come in and talk to your counsel and give me some kind of idea what we're looking at as far as the time frames concerned on your case, what your conditions of bond are, and again, I know you're not a lawyer, but I need a lawyer to take a look at all that and come up with something as far as that's concerned. Because again, looks like all visitation over the last few years I've been in Texas. I'm probably looking at continuing that aspect of it until I get a final order. Mom's concerned about being able to get the kids back, and this new criminal charge probably is not helping that ease that tension any. Ma'am, did you know about the new pending charge?
I'm sorry, you speaking to me?
Yes, ma'am. Did you know about the pending charge from last year?
The only thing recent I learned was that he was in jail like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. That's the only thing I've
Okay. All
heard.
right. You didn't know what for?
No, no, sir.
All right. All right, everybody. I'm looking at appointing Chanel Lambert as the attorney of record for the children in this matter. She's what's called a attorney/guardian ad litem. She does the investigation for technically for the court, but her interest is always coming up with an order that's appropriate under Texas law for these children. And she will contact both of you. She'll do a home visit with you, ma'am, as necessary. I'm not going to send her up to Fayetteville to do a home visit with you, sir, but she may want to do a electronic walkthrough, and she's definitely want to talk to your counsel and see what we're possibly looking at based on all those circumstances to come up with a final order. And obviously, I'm going to look at making this a special setting, so you guys don't have to sit through all day again. And we'll do this as a special setting for a final and make a determination. But again, I hate when we have to deal with criminal cases, because as you can see, sir, we're already 8 months in this one, and you still don't have a court date. So these things drag out way too long, sometimes up well past a year. And I hate to drag these things out, but until I know what happens with that criminal matter, sir, I can't make a final order. So, but to get some feedback from the ad litem and get some more information is going to be helpful. And obviously, ma'am, you can tell the ad litem what you want. Sir, you can tell the ad litem what you want. She will advocate for those either of those positions, so long as she feels that that's in the best interest of her clients, the children in this matter. And there's all kind of mechanisms to make sure, ma'am, that your concerns are met. I haven't had to do this in a long time, but I have ordered a cash bond deposited with the district clerk's office, just in case it comes up that somehow the children can't get back from a visit with dad somewhere out of state, and the monies are available at the clerk's office upon a motion to release to you to where you can travel and get the kids. I haven't done that in about 10 years, but I've done it before. That is a mechanism available. Sometimes we got to think outside the box, but we got to figure out what's going to happen with dad, because again, he's still dad and he still has his rights, and we want to make sure they're adhered to. So,
may I say something?
yes, sir.
Okay. For 10 years, like for the past 10 years, I've provided for my children, like without any court order or legal requirements. Like,
okay, sir. And we've already got that from testimony from you, and we'll give the state's
Right.
will give 4 years back child support, and I'll give you credit for any monies that you paid during that 4-year time frame, sir.
right, okay. Also, I'm not understanding how the money that is being sent through child support isn't being used on my children.
It's still, sir. We don't do an accounting. Child support is ordered to be paid to the custodial party. Obviously, she has to run the household. The monies that are coming in child support.
Right, but the children aren't in the household. The children haven't been in the household for
Just for the
7 months now.
Okay, sir,
And
sir.
The children haven't. The
Sir,
children haven't.
And the children never been with you.
She hasn't had. She hasn't had
Stop.
custody of the children.
Sir, I'm getting ready. When I say stop, I mean stop. Okay, we're not going to have this argument. The custodial parent gets to whoever I order the money to go to. It goes to. It's her responsibility to take care of it. I'm not going to make her make an accounting of it. Okay, that's just not the way it works. Child support works is I don't if she has the right to have those kids with anyone she wants during any time frame she wants. That she's the custodial party. And we're not going to argue about whether or not the money is going for the kids. Believe me, I've heard this one a couple of hundred times. That's not the factor. The factor is, sir, you're the non-custodial party, and you have to pay the child support in accordance with Texas law. That's just it. And she doesn't take the accounting of it, sir.
I don't mind paying the money. Only thing I mind is just getting my visitation rights. That's all I wanted was my visitation rights.
Well, do you get
y'all are trying to make me seem like I'm the bad guy when all I've ever done is what I'm supposed to do. And I have proof of everything that I've done. I've already sent 3 emails.
Stop, sir. Here's the deal. We don't. This is not the way being a witness works. You will get credit for everything you sent, sir. You will be obligated to pay child support going forward, and we will set that up, and you will get a visitation package that's in accordance with what Texas law allows and based on your circumstances. But until I know what your final circumstances are based on this last charge, I don't know. And you can't tell me because you don't know. So I'm looking at giving you a visitation, sir. But again, I've got to know exactly what we're looking at going forward. And until I know what happens with that criminal conviction, because again, I don't want to restrict your visitation to come to Texas every time. But I may have to do that based on what happens with you in that criminal case. If this is going to be upgraded to a felony because of the prior criminal convictions, I don't know. But I need a lawyer to give me that data and talk to your lawyer and see what we're looking at, and then look at the final disposition of that case. And then this court can make a final decision on what child support is going to be, what visitation is going to be. But again, sir, under Texas law, you have those rights, but I need to know what your circumstances are. If you are in the military, you have to leave and do everything like you're supposed to. This will be a lot easier, but it's not, and we're going to deal with it appropriately. But at this time, like I said, the children have a lawyer, and you can tell the lawyer what you want, and the mom's going to get to tell him what she wants, and the lawyer will make a decision on what she's going to advocate for, and both of you can advocate for what y'all want individually. But again, that's the way court works, and that's what I'm going with. So
I understand. I just don't appreciate being judged by other people's statements. Like, I don't appreciate that. Like, I don't appreciate the way that y'all try to side with her, trying to say like, oh, I'll issue a cash bond if he was to get the children, they weren't gonna come back. Like, why would I even do that? You get what I'm saying? You don't even know me as a person to say those type of things.
Okay, here's the deal, sir. Sir, here's the deal. Don't utter another word. I'm gonna hold you in contempt. Okay? I'm not gonna argue with you, sir, about what I do. Understand? I'm the judge. I get to do that, and I can hold you in contempt, and I can send you to jail in Texas. So the next time you show up down here, you can look up and go to jail. No one's predisposed against you, sir. I gotta hear evidence. I just said that's a possibility. Understand? That's not necessary. That's not necessarily what I'm going to order, but that's a possibility that I could order that. So at this time, that's just a circumstance, sir. And until I know what's going on with this entire matter, that's when I'll make a final decision, giving you the rights that you are accorded under Texas law. That's what I've got to do. So again,
Judge, what day are you going to set this? And you're appointing Shania Lambert for the ad
yes, ma'am. And she's got to contact his lawyer and find out what's going on with that criminal case. So what I'm looking at doing, folks, I'm going to appoint Miss Lambert to as the ad litem, and I'm looking at doing a reset date for a date. When's Miss Lambert coming back in late August? Anybody got her showing up on late August on a docket? Anybody got Shanae on the docket?
Your Honor, she's coming back August 26th.
Okay. All right, folks. Ms. Lambert's already going to be in court on the 26th day of August. This is the attorney I've have tasked with representing the children in this. Mr. Milton, Miss James, Miss James, she will be in contact with both of you if I have y'all, if the state has your permission to give her y'all's contact information so she can contact you and get your side of the story and then start making decisions on what she's going to request in behalf of her client. Clients, ma'am, again, she has these are older kids, so she probably will do a home visit. All right. She'll want to talk to them. They're not, they're still small, they're still children, but she still will want to talk to them because they're at an age where they have their opinions, obviously. And Mr. Milton, I want to get you to standard visitation, which is 42 days in the summer and holidays. But before I can get you there, sir, I got to know exactly what your circumstances are going to be. And that's just it, sir. No matter what the circumstances are, I'm supposed to get you to a standard possession order as soon as practical. And that's what the law requires me to do, sir, and I plan on doing it. So, and I'll find out what the circumstances are, and we'll figure out how we want to set this up once I make a final decision. But until then, I'll start with you, ma'am. Does the state have your permission to give Miss Lambert your email address and your phone number?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Milton, how about you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. In the interim, ma'am, Mr. Milton and Ms. James, have the children been doing electronic visits with the father at all?
They have their cell phones, so when he's consented enough, yeah, they're able to talk.
Sir, do
Face.
you have the kids' phone numbers?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm the one that bought them their phones.
All right, then, sir. And how often do you give them a call?
At least once a week.
All right, sir. Well, I'm gonna leave. When the kids don't have their own electronic devices, I set up specific times each week that the non-custodial party is allowed to call. But obviously, since you can call anytime you want, you got the information. And obviously, the kids that want to hear from you, you can do it at your discretion, sir. I don't do 10 times a week, but you can do a couple of times, 3 times a week, whenever you feel like it. And sir, the reason the other thing I want to do is find out how you need to find out to make sure that you can actually leave the state of North Carolina and come to Texas while you're out on bond, sir. Again, that's not the norm here in Texas, but Texas is not the norm anywhere else. It's just Texas. So find out from your attorney to make sure that you wouldn't be in violation. And if you can come down, what dates you can come down and what kind of circumstances we're looking at as far as setup. Now, ma'am, you say you have an extended family here. And is that here in Texas or somewhere else?
No, my family is just in Texas.
Okay, then. And if you're uncomfortable being with the dad around visitation, then we could always get somebody if you want to appoint somebody. But the norm is I would like to set Mr. Milton up. But again, the ad litem is going to make those recommendations because again, I can't do footwork on these type of cases. I got to send somebody out to do it. And and like I say, she wants to do a in-home visit with you and the kids, an electronic in-home visit with Mr. Milton. She can, and she'll make recommendations, and she'll base that on everything she's able to garner from you, him, and the children, and the current circumstances. So anyway, I'm looking at going ahead and resetting this for a pre-trial on the was that August 26th?
Yes, Your Honor.
On August 26th, I want to set it for a final hearing. I'm not going to set it for a final hearing on that date unless everybody's ready to rock and roll and Mr. Milton has taken care of his criminal matter, which is highly doubtful. If it hadn't gone anywhere in the last 7 months, I don't think it's going to go anywhere in the next 60 days, but hey, who knows? It may happen. So, and Mr. Milton, and you might want to get with your attorney and find out how long this is going to take, because the sooner we know what happens in that case, the sooner I can give you a final order, sir. Okay. So at this time, I'm going to ask, I'll start with you, Ms. James, and I'm going to go to you, Mr. Milton. Questions, Ms. James?
No.
Mr. Milton, sir, do you have any questions?
Yeah. I just want to know, do you have any children?
We won't go there, sir. Well, let's put it this way. My oldest is a lawyer in a law firm in Austin, Texas. Okay.
Okay. So, as a father, I mean, I would hope that you understand. I mean, you asked if I had any questions. I just had some questions. I can't.
You have any questions about your case? You're not allowed to have questions about the court, sir. You have any questions about your case, sir? Mr. Milton, you have any questions about your case at this time, sir?
No. No, sir.
All right, Mr. Lambert will be in contact.
And just to clarify, that's at 9 a.m.
It's at
on
9
August
a.m.
the
We're gonna keep
26th.
the current temporary order until further order of the court. The dad can do visitation electronically. And we're gonna find out what Mr. Milton is facing in the long run as far as his circumstances in North Carolina are concerned. Anyway, I'll reset it for that pretrial on the 26th of August with Ms. Lambert and both of y'all, and I'll see you both there. Thank you very much, folks. We're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.